Hi guys, and welcome back to the Liverpool Career Mode. This is Season 3, Episode 1. To start off, we have a lot of business to take care of. As you can see, we've got a lot of emails here. Everything from them not being happy with our performances last year, even though we won the Premier League, the Champions League, and the Carabao Cup. So, I don't really know what more I can do. Yeah, maybe the FA Cup and do a couple more of their objectives, but realistically, the objectives like the North America one and the clean sheets one, surely they don't care about them. Like in real life, you wouldn't care about them if you'd won the double in terms of the Champions League and the Premier League. Like, that's just ridiculous. In terms of our transfer budget, we've gone from 287 to 431 million. So transfer-wise, we're absolutely fine. We've got way too much money. We don't need probably even half of that to do what we want to do. Kane's gone on loan, Norris has gone on loan, Ryu has gone on loan, and So has gone on loan. And then, obviously, the four departing guys so far, Minamino, Mane, Butland, and Oxlade-Chamberlain have all left the club. So, after all of those guys have gone, plus the transfer budget increase, we have a massive 566 million to spend. Let's put the wages. Oh wow, we've even got masses in the wage budget. Like, that is just absolutely mental. That kind of money. Yeah, you could sign pretty much whoever you wanted with that kind of cash. But looking at the squad, I don't actually think I want to sign anyone too massive. If we look at it player by player, obviously we've got Kelleher as our number 2, Ali as our number 1, Pitaluga is our number 3. And then, like, these guys sort of out on loan. I do want to get the youth academy back up and running because we're doing such a realistic career mode in terms of not allowing players who aren't registered to the club, etc. Play. We need under 21s to play on like the Champions League list B and obviously in the Premier League under 21s list. So with the likes of Norris, Pitaluga turning 20, other players, if we just search by age, how do you do that? Do you go to development and then search by age? If we go up from here, like apart from Rav Vandenberg, Ramsey, Marshall Rutty, and like the other, like basically those guys, everyone else is turning 20 or 21 this season pretty much. So from next season or the season after onwards, they'll be considered senior players. So we do need to get a few more lads coming in that we can, as I said, register on that B list and the other lists, etc. Returning to the actual players that we're interested in, goalkeeper, I'm okay with those two. Like, we haven't had many issues. Ali gets injured a fair amount in real life, considering that goalkeepers don't normally tend to get that badly injured. But Kelleher, obviously a very capable backup. Left back we look very good in. Obviously Norris just gone out on loan, but these two obviously very good and a very good backup. In terms of defence, I think we're pretty sorted. The only thing is that Matip's contract is expiring in 12 months, and I don't know if I'm not going to sell him obviously, but I don't know how much longer he would be at the club, knowing that the likes of Konate and Gomez are hot on his heels. Konate more so than Gomez in real life, but obviously on this career mode, Gomez massively more, 3 ratings higher than him already in just the start of the 3rd season. So yeah, obviously Gomez with the higher potential, but Konate will definitely get up there for us. So yeah, in terms of Matip, maybe I do go out and I get a youngster who's come in. I've got a couple of options that we can go and talk about. Rav Vandenberg, I've loan listed him. Sepp Vandenberg isn't the happiest of players. He's now 74 rated and 21, so he is now a senior player at the club in terms of the squad list, so he'll be getting game time. Obviously, boys, I've tried to transfer list. Let's try and trick it again into thinking that I've just put him on. Just 12 months left, so he'll be going. Then obviously Neco Williams is on the transfer list too. He's gone to Nottingham Forest in real life. Calvin Ramsey has signed in real life. It'll be interesting to see him play. He hasn't played yet. And then Trent, obviously unbelievable player, just scored a fantastic goal today against Manchester City. Now going on a little bit more, Hendo now 33. Fabinho, obviously one of the world's best, you can see right there. Dixon Bonner has left in real life, so he's transfer listed. Naby's injured for another couple of weeks, but he's still at the club. I think he's actually gone down a rating. He was 83, so that injury has taken him down. Clarkson probably needs a loan. He's not high enough rated just yet. Jones obviously staying. Thiago, another one potentially that might go at the end of his contract. It'll be hard to know. Obviously, that is in a couple of years' time. I think he might go back to Spain at the age of 33, but you'll never know. We can see more towards the end of the season what we want to do there. Elliott, obviously an exciting prospect, probably should have a new contract soon. Potentially the same with Carvalho. Excellent form, obviously played really well at the end of last season. Coe obviously was on the loan list. Let's try and trick it into getting him a loan. Youth Academy player, of course, needs a new contract as well. Diaz is now going to be the main man on the left, so we're going to need to give him a new deal. Marshall Rutty, probably I'll keep him because he is just like the backup to Mo Salah. We don't have many options there. Obviously, Firmino has been one that has been spoken about potentially leaving in real life. Juventus have come in with a couple of offers, but Klopp has made it pretty clear that he's going to stay, and it looks like he'll be receiving a new contract, so I'll be keeping him at the club for the foreseeable future. The same obviously goes without saying for Diogo Jota. He's an absolute beast. Pepe is still on the transfer list. He's a guy I signed when we were linked with him in January of the first season, so I signed him. But obviously he actually went to Augsburg, I think. And Clayton obviously is our scout, a future star, who also needs a new contract. But that's our team. Let's go and have a look at the guys that we're actually interested in signing. Obviously, the main man will be Darwin Núñez. Just scored and assisted versus Manchester City in real life today. In the battle between him and Haaland, it was a good start from Núñez. I'm not getting, too excited. It was a Community Shield. It is a friendly. I know there's a trophy for it, but it is really a friendly. But yeah, let's go straight in and try and get him. They were on between 31.9 and 41 million. I don't want to pay his release clause. I mean, that is more like what we paid in real life for him. But I don't want to get sacked or something just for overpaying for a guy. It would be very infuriating. Let's just chuck in 35 million and probably get that done. Yeah, that's absolutely fine with them. I'll let you guys know when we've got the contract sorted. So Núñez has signed. As you can see, I signed him for 75k a week, which is, I think, a tiny bit less than what he's earning in real life. I think he's about 90 or 100 in real life. 5-year contract, sporadic squad role, which was surprising. I'm surprised he took that. And obviously no release clause, as we don't do those. But now it sort of gives us the debate, where are we going to put him? Obviously Mane has left the club, so it gives us a little bit of a void here. What does he actually get as a centre forward? He actually gets a -1 while playing as a centre forward and a -2 while playing as a left wing. So I think whenever he is on the field, we will have to play him as an out and out striker. But it looks more like we're going to be going that way in real life. He doesn't drop as deep as the likes of Firmino or Jota or even Mane did when he was playing centrally for us towards the end of last season. So yeah, really happy to get him. Obviously only 81 rated at the moment. I think in more recent updates in career mode, he has got a little bit more of a jump. But yeah, the team on paper looks very good. I think that's sort of the one signing I had to do in terms of realism. Now let's have a look at the guys I would like to bring in. So here is my long list of players. Obviously we've got everyone on here, from targets that we were interested in from like 5 years ago to targets that we could be looking at in 5 years time. Ex-players like Hoover, and I think Brewster's on here, maybe Solanke. Yeah, those kind of guys, just like seeing how they're getting on. Realistic transfers, obviously, a majority of them will be. I don't really like doing non-realistic transfers. It just makes career mode a bit too easy. But as I was saying, not really any need for the keeper. Hoover is obviously an ex-player that we just got looking at, seeing how he develops. But in terms of the centre-backs, as you can see, the main thing with, well, what have we got? We've got 6 centre-backs here. 5 of them are left-footed. If you look, we've got Badiashile is left-footed, Kelly's left-footed, Torres is left-footed, Gvardiol is left-footed, Kilman is left-footed. It would have been easier if I just said Adarabioyo or Bio is right-footed, to be honest. And in physical stature, he's very similar to Joel Matip. He's tall, but he's not stacked. It's not like Van Dijk. It's not that big, or not like Kanate. He's more, of a thin build. And in real life, I've just checked on FIFA, and he's only got 49 dribbling. To be honest, I don't know what Joel Matip's dribbling is, but in real life, he does like to go on the occasional dribble like Joel does. The other thing is he's out of contract with Fulham this time next year in real life, which is obviously this time in career mode. Obviously he's at Schalke, but that doesn't really matter. We can just sign him. He's the guy I think I'd like to go for. Obviously, he's not a big name signing. He's not someone who's going to come in and displace Matip straight away. He's probably not even going to get much first-team action with the likes of Gomez and Konate coming through. However, in real life, if he does go down to the Championship again, Fulham, I don't know. I don't want to say anything. You know, Fulham fans, let me know what you guys think of your chances of staying in the league this year. But I have a feeling he'll go straight back down with Fulham. And obviously, being out of contract, you know, any team could snap him up. He's obviously a Manchester City Youth Academy graduate. He's a very decent player, and I'm actually going to go and pick him up now. He should cost us between 11.5 and 15 million, I think it said. So obviously in real life you'd be looking at getting him in on a free transfer if his contract is over. But the fact he's gone to Schalke has meant we have to pay a fee. I'm just going to offer his value and see what they say. They want a little bit. They want 20 million for him, which is obviously fine with us. We've got a lot of money, but let's just, for the sake of argument, just try and bump that down to 15. Okay, they're pretty adamant. Fine, take it. I'm not too bothered. It's 20 million. We've got 566. We don't need to be messing around with 20 million. And he's only on 9.8k a week, being obviously in the Bundesliga where the wages aren't as high. I'll just do this one while you guys are watching, see how it actually goes. He only wants a sporadic contract squad role. That's, you know, not unexpected. He is only 77 rated. He only wants a 2-year deal. Let's see if we can bump him up to 3 years. It normally works like that. Yeah, that's fine. No release clause is fine with me. He's probably going to want, what, 30k? 35k? I'm not too bothered. Let's just give him 40 and get it over and done with. He wants a signing bonus as well. Fair enough. Take that. Toss in Adebayo. Decent little signing. I think I'm going to go and have a look at his development plan right now, because obviously he is only 77 rated, but I believe he has a, you know, low 80s potential, like 82, 83. So hopefully he's not too slow on the development plan. We can actually, you know, make him into a usable centre-back at some point in the career mode. Yeah, it's only 22 weeks. So if we just put him on this one, I think, if we just put him on that one, send him up to 78 rated in just 8 weeks time, and obviously that's on OK form, so that's really good first signing. I'm going to change his squad number. I want him to wear 16. I think that's what he wears in real life for Fulham. I actually had to do a few things with the squad numbers, didn't I? I remember saying in the previous season, Rav van den Berg, you're not going to wear 19. You can just take, I don't really mind, just take like, well, your brother was wearing 72 at the moment, so we'll just give him something up there, like 73, just because why not? Joe Gomez has recently taken number 2, and apparently he's going to pay out of his own pocket for anyone that got a Joe Gomez 12 shirt, which is quite good of him. Calvin Ramsey is another interesting one. He wears the number 22 in real life. However, Jude Bellingham wears 22, and he's very adamant about that being his shirt number apparently, because it's a bit like, I'm not going to say like CR7, you know, that's just such an iconic brand, but Bellingham has just started out and he has worn 22, and they've sort of made it into that number. So I am going to give Calvin Ramsey 23. Jamie Carragher's old number, good number for a right back, good number for a Liverpool player, so yeah, we're going to give him that. The only other thing that I said, Clarkson, you cannot wear 13. I'm sorry about that. You just take, like, I think he's like 35 or 36 in real life. Just take that for the moment. Carvalho has taken the 28 shirt, I believe, with hopes of getting his hands on the number 10 apparently. And then Harvey Elliott, really interesting story behind him. He went to the Champions League final, the one in Kiev, when we lost, unfortunately, to the Carriers final, if you will. We lost 3-1. And he went and he was wearing a Sadio Mane 19 shirt. And when Sadio left, he decided that, obviously Sadio moved to the 10, but when Sadio left the club, Harvey decided that he would take that role on as the number 19. Another one, Diaz obviously has the 23 in real life, but I think when Milner goes, he'll take the 7, so that's fine. Let's give Marshall Rutty a slightly higher number. He can take 18. Jota, I know, probably would like the 18 at some point. Nunez is definitely not taking 10. He's taken 27 in real life. Divock Origi's old number, absolute legend of Liverpool, of course. But yeah, that's the numbers sorted out. We've got a couple of transfers. Maybe let's just wait for a little bit longer. I'm not entering the pre-season tournament this year. Couldn't really be bothered with it, to be honest. Our team is fantastic already. Let's just try and skip all the way until we get some offers for our players. So we have a massive offer from Juventus for Joe Gomez, £82.8 million. Says we could get up to 111 million if we were looking to sell him, but obviously Joe Gomez is not a guy we're looking to sell. He's signed a new contract in real life. He's going to be at the club for a long time. These guys have just sent back their, when I tricked the system into thinking that we'd taken them off the list, put them back on the list. Sometimes it enables you to sell them or get more offers for them. But obviously they just have to basically confirm that they've seen that. Here we are, an interesting offer. So Benfica actually wanted Neco Williams. I had considered putting him in for the deal with Neco Williams, or even the one for Fulham with Adarabioyo. But obviously it wasn't Fulham, it was Schalke. But now Benfica have actually come in for him. I think that'll be a very decent club for him to go to, so I'm going to accept that. The other one, Man City, have come in for Thiago. I mean, he has just played so well today. He always performs brilliantly in these kind of games against high-quality opposition. I think it's just because, he just looks so much better against high-quality opposition because, the quality of the game is just better, and you can tell when someone like, potentially, no offence to Hendo or Fabinho, but when they're sort of struggling against the level of opposition that we're playing against, KDB, Bernardo, and Rodri in midfield, and Thiago's just like the calmest man ever. Gets his foot on the ball, rarely makes a misplaced pass. He was unbelievable today. I'm sure there'll be a lot of compilations soon about his performance. But yeah, what a game it. So Lazio have also come in for Neco Williams, so I'm just going to accept that as well. I think they might be in the Champions League this season. I assume Benfica will be as well, so it doesn't really matter which one. I imagine Lazio could pay slightly higher wages, but I'm sure that Neco isn't really going to be demanding too much. It's not going to be like, as you see, it's not going to be like when you try and sell one of those youth academy players that's on 10 grand a week and just can never get that elsewhere. And he has agreed to go to Lazio, so that's interesting. Naby Keita returns from injury, which is always good to see, players coming back. The only other thing I wanted to mention before we start the season, unless obviously we get any other deals, this is currently what we've got on the stats, but I'm actually going to change a few more stats. So I'm going to put the shot error down. I think that makes sense. I'm going to try with it on 35, and I'm going to try pass error on 35. So just by tweaking them, we'll see maybe a little bit more quality from the AI. Obviously mine is all exactly the same on 50, but yeah, let's see if we put that down to 35 each. I'm pretty sure that obviously means that there's less shot error, as opposed to putting it up to 75 or something, or 55 or whatever. I think it actually goes the other way. So shot error 35%, basically saying that instead of having a 50% shot accuracy, they'll now have a 65% shot accuracy and pass accuracy. So hopefully that will make it a little bit more challenging for us going on. I don't want to change their pace or anything because that's sort of like unrealistic. If you've got like a really slow football player, just like Harry Maguire or something, catching up straight away with like Salah, then that's not really fair. But if we slightly change their stats in terms of how often they mess things up, that might be a little bit more realistic and a bit more of a challenge for us. I don't know what's wrong with Manchester City at the moment, but after coming in for, 54 million for Thiago, they've now offered us 115 million to Firmino. And I mean, it's a no-brainer. In real life, you'd accept that. If anyone comes in with that kind of money for Firmino, it's an absolute no-brainer. But it just wouldn't happen. I'm sorry. Firmino would just not go to Man City. I just can't see it happening. He's probably just going to see out his contract at Liverpool. Once he gets the new one, obviously, apparently two more years, hopefully. I haven't actually been through the rest of the shortlist that I wanted to go through. Interestingly, Jonathan David has been approached by Espanyol. Now that we have Firmino and Nunez and Jota, We don't need another striker. And I shortlisted Gnabry a long time ago because it looked like we were interested in him when he was running down his buying contract, and we had that sort of potentially touting of a Mane-Gnabry swap deal or some sort of thing. But now he's actually signed a new contract in real life at Bayern Munich until 2025 or 2026. So yeah, it's obviously Salah signed a new deal with us as well, so that's not going to happen. This man is on the lips of Liverpool fans at the moment. 80 rated, 24 years old. Very well-rounded footballer, as you can see his stats. Not a lot in the yellow or in the orange, as you can see. Pretty well-rounded, decent potential in real life as well on FIFA. So he's definitely one that I'm looking at as we go on in this window. If I just go back to the shortlist so we can have a look at the rest of the players. Obviously, I was searching by position, so we went through all the centre backs. I'll leave them on there because eventually we will need other centre-backs. Rom, not interested in him at the moment. Gnabry, as I said, is one to go. What else we got here? It takes you back to the top every time, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, Rafinha, gone to Barcelona, obviously. Let's just swap it around so we can do it this way. Danjuma's another one that could come to Liverpool, potentially in real life in the future. Potentially if Bobby Firmino were to go, then, Danjuma would be one that we were interested in. Neto, again, potentially someone who could play centre forward, right wing, left wing, offers a lot of options. Watkins, Barry, one for the future. David, as I was saying, not one that we're going to be looking at now. The same with Marlon. Then we've got the ex-Liverpool boys. Brewster still in this Liverpool kit on the photo. Doku, Ismail Sarr, Brooks, just recovered from cancer, which is incredible. Coming back into a professional football setup. He had been one we were linked with a couple of years ago. Asensio is another one that I'm really interested in. Could play on the right, could play attacking midfield, could play as a right-sided 8. Especially for someone like Harvey Elliott to just look at and see that's what you want to get to. The only thing is that it would also limit the game time of Harvey Elliott. So I know it's a realistic transfer in terms of there have been rumours of him coming to us. He is out of contract this time next year in real life. He doesn't want to play at Real Madrid anymore, considering the lack of game time that he's getting. But it would hamper the game time of Harvey Elliott, as I was saying, which probably isn't something I want to do. So we'll have to move on from him at the moment unless something else changes. These guys, again, not really interested in them at the moment. Tchouaméni has left the building. He's not coming. He's gone to Real Madrid, of course. Bit annoying, but you never know. Nunez could come in and be unbelievable. It looks like we're still going to sign Jude Bellingham. Another one is Barella, who would be really good to sign, potentially more of a Thiago replacement. I think they're the same height, 5'8". Maybe Barella's a tiny bit taller than him. Gravenberch, though, has left. He has gone to where's he gone to? Bayern Munich, of course he has. Interestingly, did I just see that right? That Jacob Ramsey is a free agent. Now, I'm going to have to sign him at some point in this career mode. He's playing under Steven Gerrard. He's playing really well. I don't know if now is the right... Gavi's a free agent. Oh my God, this game. I mean, I'd love to sign to both of these guys, but honestly, I just don't think I can. Gavi's, he's a Barcelona player. He's not going to go anywhere. We were linked with him for a little bit as potentially, it looked like he was maybe wanting a bit more money in his contract from Barca. So, his agent obviously contacted us. But Ramsey is one that I could see coming to Liverpool. As I was saying, the Gerrard link, he's been playing really well there. It's a shame he doesn't have an in-game face, but I'm sure he will in FIFA 23. Apparently, there are more in-game faces than ever before. In FIFA 23, which will be good. But yeah, let's just hold off the rest of these signings for the moment and see what comes in for offers for our players. We're not really looking to sell anyone else, but let's just put the team out as it is. That's basically the first team. Not really any changes there. Matip's currently out of form, but that's not too worrying. If we look over to the second team, Keita still has that injury, so he can't play. Hendo's gone down a rating, which is a bit of a shame, but he is 33, so it's understandable. Obviously, Konate and Matip. Trent, you will not be playing in here. It will be Calvin Ramsey. Salah will not be playing here, so now it's an interesting decision I have to make. Maybe I put Harvey Elliott up to there and then bring in another midfielder like Jones probably makes the most sense. And then obviously Diaz won't be playing here anymore, so I don't really know. It leaves us a little bit thin on the ground. Maybe if we put Jones up to where there, he gets a -3. That's tough. What about Carvalho? What does he get as a left winger? He only gets a -1. So let's just play it like this for the moment. Obviously, we could have the likes of Nunez, not Nunez. Very confusing, obviously, having those two guys in. But yeah, this still seems a very capable second team. Pretty happy with the squad at the moment. As I was saying, I don't want to bring in world-class players. I could obviously go and sign like Mbappe with the 500 million we have. Could go and sign, Barella. But when you've already got Thiago and Bellingham and Fabinho, and then you've got Hendo, Jones, who else do we have? Hendo, Jones, Elliott, Keita, all able to play in midfield. Like, just going and signing like an 86 rated Barella with like 90 potential doesn't make sense. Maybe when Thiago leaves, potentially at the end of the season, we could go and sign a Barella or a Tielemans or something like that. But at the moment, I want to keep the team like it is. RB Leipzig have just come in with a huge offer for Jota, 168 million. Says we could get up to 265 million for him, and I don't doubt that. He's 26 years old and 91 rated. He's had a couple of unbelievable seasons for us, but obviously he's not for sale. Hopefully we can skip forward a little bit further to this Crystal Palace game, as I would like to put a little bit of gameplay in this episode. I know it's interesting talking about transfers and what we think is going to happen in real life, but I would like to get this Community Shield final done and dusted. Now this is interesting because, so firstly, Wolves have offered us a deal for Matip. Obviously, if that was cash, I probably wouldn't accept it. But they have actually offered us Ruben Vinagre. Now, I know I didn't want a left-back, but if I did want a left-back, it would be someone like him. The only problem is that he's just gone to Everton in real life. But if they offered us Ait-Nouri, I probably would have accepted that, But unfortunately, for Wolves, they're not going to be getting Joel Matip. Now, Sheffield United have come in with an offer for Curtis Jones, but obviously he's not a player we're looking to sell. It's interesting that we're getting loads of offers for players that we don't want to sell. And these guys, I know some of them aren't at the best quality, but a loan for Clayton, he's 19 years old and 78 rated, and a loan for Vandenberg, this guy's 17 years old and 69 rated. Like, they could easily, you could easily pick him up as like a Championship or a League One side. But yeah, nothing for those guys as of yet. I think now we will get into the game. Just one more day to go. Obviously, Community Shield champions in real life. Kanate is asking for a game. Absolutely fine to do that. And Matip actually also wants to play as well. So it looks like we'll be changing both centre-backs round for this game. Obviously, it is the Community Shield. It is only against Crystal Palace. So yeah, I'll move the team around and then we'll get into it. And so here is the team to take on Palace at Wembley. Salah, Diaz and Jota through the middle, a new front three. Bellingham, Elliott and Hendo in midfield, resting Fabinho and Thiago. And then Robbo, Kanate and Matip, and Trent as the back four. Kanate and Matip obviously requesting to play, and then Ali in net. Palace have an average side, to be honest, only a couple of players over the rating of 80. So yeah, we should have more than enough for them. But it is, of course, the first game with the new sliders on. So here we are, the Community Shield at Wembley this time. The one in real life played today was held at the King Power Stadium in Leicester. I don't know the exact reason. Maybe it was something to do with the Women's Euros, or I know, when we played City in the FA Cup, there was some... No, it hasn't got in! Oh, nearly deflected in. But yeah, I know when we played City in the FA Cup, there was some confusion about, Liverpool and City fans not being able to travel down from the northeast in time for the game. So potentially that might be something to do with it. But yeah, of course, this is also the first game with the new sliders on. Interestingly, their passing has looked pretty good so far, and there is a shot. I couldn't get close enough to him with our defender, and the first shot with the new shot accuracy has flown past Alisson. Michael Olise with the goal. Good upcoming talent. But yeah, I don't know, was I controlling Matip or Trent? Trent, it looks like. Couldn't get near the ball, so I don't know. It hasn't really been a massive test of the shot selection thing yet. We'll have to see a little bit more to see how it goes. Played a ball over the top with Diogo. Salah on the ball. Cuts in. Mo Salah. Oh, double block. Has won a corner though. No, sorry, Hendo. Trent's going to take this. I'm going to try hit Diogo. Not quite. Harv should scoop this one up. Back into Trent. Come on, Harvey. Bit of dribbling into Jota. Simple finish. Oh. No, Salah. Sorry. Don't know what I was thinking there. Thought it was Jota. But yeah, this time it was Salah. Absolutely fine. They both scored a lot of goals last season. I'm sure Jota will get more chances. But yeah, that was Salah and not Jota. I don't know why. Maybe it was the yellow kit. Maybe I'm looking for an excuse. But yeah, that was why he hit it on his left foot. I know Jota does have a 5-star weak foot anyway, which is why I thought he'd hit that with his left. But Salah, Jota, I don't care as long as we're scoring goals. Matip tries to force it into Keita Elliott's feet. Works pretty nicely. Trent's coming on the overlap. I see Diaz back stick, but doesn't have too much space. Jota with the ball! What a ball! Trent Alexander-Arnold, that is beautiful. Just perfectly weighted to take out the defender, but not bring it too much in so that the keeper could just, you know, come out and grab it. The replay of this is going to be quite special. It didn't even go outside like I was sort of aiming it to. It went in between both centre-backs. What a ball. I mean, to be fair, that's Trent's ability, not mine. I didn't see it like that, but the game has clearly just realised Trent's passing is better than that. We're going to put it straight through this gap on a plate for Jota. And Jota didn't get the first one, but he did get the second. And I see Diaz running down the wing. Our passing could do with a little boost there from Andy Robertson. Unfortunately, you know, we can't boost our own passing. That wouldn't work with the exercise of trying to make it tougher on ourselves. And oh my God, well done from Alisson. Got a little bit scruffy in there. Was it Eze with the chance? Would have been a nice finish. Ali just pushes it wide of the post. Nice play. Nice, Andy Robertson. Diaz on the ball. Sees it. Mo Salah. Goes inside to Elliott. And we finally scored the third. We've had a couple of chances to get the third, but this time Salah just rolls it across the face of goal. Harvey Elliott makes no mistake. Really nice though, intricate play from, was it Jota, who else was it? Jota, Robbo and Diaz on the left to go all the way from left to right and then back to Harvey Elliott, who's just standing there all by himself, ready for the ball to come. Gaeta's absolutely in no man's land, and this should hopefully give us the win. Squeeze the ball with Diogo. Not quite this time. Haven't won it there either. Oh no. No. This could be curtains for us. And it's a great finish. They don't normally score those type of goals, and with 22 minutes left they are back in the game, that's for sure. Really nice finish from Eze, playing on the left. Obviously no Zaha in this team. That is a bit infuriating, I must say. I don't know if we can make a couple. I think I want to bring on a couple of new faces, the likes of Nunez, so let's go and get him on right now. Jota also is a little bit tired, so it probably makes sense to do that move him up to a striker and then bring on Nunez. And then in terms of this cam position, I'm actually going to bring on Roberto Firmino. And what happens if I put him, yeah, let's just keep him, what does he, yeah, he gets the same as a centre forward and as a cam, so let's just have him playing as a cam. And maybe one more change, let's bring on Virgil van Dijk for Joel Matip, just to see if that will make any difference to how they play in terms of the new shooting mechanics and passing. So here we go, Nunez's debut in our career mode. Salah on the ball. Salah, Nunez, very decent in real life. Obviously got one got the assist for the other one today. We might have one straight away. Nunez, nearly. Good little save from Gaeta. Yeah, Darwin obviously on the back of his shirt. Let's call him Darwin. Good save, going right into the corner. Salah's on the corner at the moment, but let's give it to Trent. And I can see Darwin right at the back. Oh, he's hit the bar on debut. Right, we might be able to get him again. Not this time. We're going to Salah instead. Probably not the best we could have done. But Trent with the shot, and that is poor. Oh my god, they've given it straight to Nunez off the goal kick. And they've saved it! Oh my god. I can't believe that. That is such a simple finish. And the goalie saved it. Nunez, I mean, it's a bit like in real life. He gets a lot of chances. He doesn't take them all, but the sheer volume of chances, he puts them away eventually. Eze's running at Trent Alexander-Arnold again. Not ideal, that's for sure. Lays it off. Great little tackle that. And now we could be in on the counter-attack. Good touch. Get the ball into Nunez early. They're bringing the goalie out. No! Oh! He's gone round him. Square it. Someone. What is going on? Someone win this ball. Salah's won it. Nice. Oh no. Please, just blow up. This game has been carnage. There it is. We win the Community Shield. That was very stressful. It's a lot harder playing with 35 and 35, I must admit. Didn't even remember that we could win a trophy off this. It's basically just a glorified pre-season friendly, isn't it? It was today against Man City. But thankfully we did get over the line just about in the end. It's going to be a long season with these new sliders, but hopefully it will be more entertaining viewing for you guys and a bit more of a challenge for me with this wonderful squad.